but apparently I am here for a bigger plan. And sometimes it's this is kind of strange that you recognize that people don't really like you, and that you are going to be discriminating when someone is helping you, and it's always about being in another race. Ladies and gentlemen, I have one mother and one father. Mother is dark, father is white. I was born of discrimination. And nothing I hate than someone try to discriminate me and try to put me down. And then you're going to be calling me a monkey. Look in the mirror. If I am such a monkey, and if I'm such um, a fishmonger, and I'm so as an Antillian, I would prefer to be an Antillian, a fishmonger, and know that I'm honest and that I will never set a trap so that someone can lose their life. So your fucking opinion about me, I really don't care. Look at yourself before you start making these cheap remarks and being so discriminating. And if for me in this timeline, that someone is going to be so blatant discriminating, and someone who says, okay, you ask if you can stay with me for a time, okay, and you're going to be looking at me and being so discriminating, and you're going to call a fishmonger and a this and a that, and then you're going to be videotaping a conversation. Maybe it was time to videotape the stuff that you kick on the ground and you break up. But no, you know what you did the night between Friday and Saturday night. You know why you were connected with me, because you wanted to get data and information. What kind of person are you? Have you ever thought about it, that when no one was there, I was giving and lending my own funds to you without me even asking back? And the strangest thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that I said to this person, do not pay for anything. Okay. I had a property. I sold the property. I had put all the money into this house. Okay. Just to make sure that they were comfortable and that he could have time with his kids. And this is what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't really matter what you do into this world, you'll never do anything that is good, And my thing is that I've always, because I remember when my ex-partner and we spoke, and I thought, something, I think I'm going to spend the rest of my life being alone. And the reason why is that my ex-partner was also my best friend. And what that person has done for me, I don't see, apart from my parents, anyone have done anything. And that's how I view a person, and that is someone that I had to operate on my eyes, and that person would have took time from their work to take me to drive and wait for me. Okay, that's a friend. Okay, and there are like so many examples that I can do. This is a stranger. Okay, so if I should see my family again or never see my family again, it's okay, because I love you all. And when we come to this planet, we don't come with a book to say, what this is what you came here to do. We all have to learn lessons and that sort of a thing. But I can be such a quiet person, but then I can be very, especially when I'm recognizing that I have opened up my world, my life, my home, and you're going to be disrespecting me by name calling and degrading another person, someone who has really stand up, fight, walk through fire, then I have absolutely no more to do for humanity, because I'm recognizing that humanity will never change. Because if we are always looking at another person's color and not seeing the goodness of that person's heart, and wants to flip the card to say, to make this person, create, no, you cannot. And, I have learned this in my life as a woman. I do not take disrespect from men, okay? I would prefer not to be in a relationship. I would prefer not to be alone. Because what people do not understand, once that disrespect has crossed you, especially for women as myself, that we recognize, that we were brought up to understand that, your partner, okay, that you have a partner, or you're sharing, because before I moved to Holland, I share with my cousins, and we have just respect for each other's. It's a normal thing that young kids live together in a house, or share a house, or share, an apartment. That is normal. So we kind of respect each other's space. We kind of respect each other. And here I am. And then you're going to be disrespecting me. And then you're going to be, because I got so emotional, because I'm sitting down and I'm recognizing, ho, there is more going on here. You of your plans, something, you have done something. And I want an investigation to take place, because something isn't right. There are a lot of questions, a lot of things that I recognize. Ho, you want to know too much of what is going on in America when I don't even know what is going on in America. And I'm thinking the time that I wanted to go and spend with my family Christmas, I stayed back to help you, and you disrespect me in this way. Then seeing that you could go and remove something in my house. It's not your house, because you are upset or whatever. You remove something from out of my house and didn't even tell me, and leave it. Ladies and gentlemen, I still do not have a shower in my bathroom. Okay, I still have to use a shower downstairs. There's a lot of stuff that is not finished, and I'm like letting it go. My aunt said to me, we will come over and we will help you to get it done. Okay, but that you disrespect me in my own house, not even to say, I am going to remove the solar panel. I did say before I didn't want the solar panel in my house. I did said it. I'd said it a lot of time. I called my friends and I said, I don't understand. This man is not understanding. I do not want the sun panel in my house. Okay, because like 5 years ago, everybody was doing solar panel, but yeah, it's not really, because the gas is more expensive in Europe. So, and I did say I don't want that, and that you disrespect me enough to put something in my drink, so I couldn't know what was going on, because this is the second time I'm blacking out in the same time that we're together, and that I don't remember what has happened. It cost me 7 ribs and a collarbone, and this is where I draw the line. I think very disrespectful. I don't think that you have the right not to say to me, listen, I'm a guest in your house. I did put the solar panel. You said you didn't want it. Please, I take it back. That you had to drag me to take the solar panel out my own house. I think you should really, really think about what you have done. After all, I have been loyal to you as a person, and I have helped you as a person, and that you could take the solar panel and didn't even close off those wires, that if someone opened the electric case, that they would not get electrocuted, and it could have cost me. You have absolutely no respect for no one and what another person have. And I find that to be very distasteful. Ladies and gentlemen, it could have been the detriment to me yesterday when I opened. You could have just said, I am removing the sun panel because you said you didn't want it. Okay? I've gone way over my budget with Bowen. That was not what was my budget. I told you I have gone over my budget. I don't want the solar panel right now. I have to really see how is it going to help. And you disrespect me. And that you couldn't say that you have removed the solar panel. And ladies and gentlemen, before in May, would you believe it that this man said to me, I have invested in your house. How in God's name you can invest in my house when I buy every material? Ladies and gentlemen, I looked up every little, we call it, every little kind of materials like screw, wood, and that sort of a thing. There's like climb material, and I paid this man back every cent. And did you know that this man really went to my light switch and decided to remove the light switch? After in May, I pay back all, because those are like lights and switches, climb material. After I paid this man all, I find this so disrespectful, and I could have lost my life. Go check out the video and I will put it in this video, how the meticas is, and this, it's like a tube with 4 sprouts coming out. I mean, the man was so surprised because there was other people came to do things. And the man was like, oh my God, this could have killed you. I was like, what is that? I said it was for the solar panel. I said, where is the thing for the solar panel? Because I remember 2 or 3 weeks ago, the solar panel light was flashing red. And I remember I go on the hub. So the solar panel was there 2 weeks ago. And I have been checking to see who came in the house. It is my house. You pay absolutely nothing. I never ask for a cent, ladies and gentlemen. As Americans we are, if we have visitors in our house, it is always, ask all of my friends before my mom died, and they all go to America with me. We basically, nobody has to pay for anything. They were like, oh my God, we want to pay for this dinner when we go out. I'm always paying. My mom is always paying, or whatever. That's how I grew up. And I said, just take your time to find yourself back, find your balance back. And whenever it's time that you want to go, I don't want to have any relationship with anyone. I'm like, if I can help someone, I help this person. And that you disrespect me in my house, okay, by not even saying I'm going to remove the solar panel, and that you remove the solar panel, but not even, taping up the wires. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a tube as thick as this, and there's 4 different color wires coming out. And the tube was just sitting like this right where the internet, the box for the internet that we had to go to. It's on the photo. Go check it out. Okay? And all of, my viewers, I'm always telling you and giving you examples of what happened in my own life to help you. This is what this channel is about. It's to use my whatever I've been through in order to help other people, to let other people know that you are not the only one that is going through stuff, and that, somewhat, I'm sorry. This is where I really basically recognize being an empathic person and being a humanitarian. It's strange and it is very stressful, and it takes a whole lot of us, a whole lot out of you. But here I am thinking, in God's name, what have someone done that you have such a hate to a person that has been fighting for nearly 2 years for you, that you could not say that you have removed the solar panel? So please be careful, because I didn't tape off the electric current. I mean, that was, everybody was like, oh my God, you gotta be, this is just an accident waiting to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, it is sad. We hate each other on this planet. I mean, I don't understand whatever makes you such a horrible person that you could not, because I say I cannot take another person in the house. I think that that is just normal, because I am stressed out with missing my own child. I am fully 100%, I'm fully working. I have to do stuff. My house is still not even finished. I still have not even done the way I would want to have my study. And that you would done something like this, it's okay. It's okay. I thank you for this beautiful lesson. I really thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I like to let people know my side of the story. And the reason why is that I recognize this is not the first time that these pre-accident was left for my life, because that situation was very bad, and people were like, what the hell happened? Okay, that is just an accident waiting to happen. And normally, ladies and gentlemen, and I will tell you this, normally I have the key in my bag. So whoever out there who has gotten a copy of my documents between the 22nd of the 22nd, I have no idea that my documents was copied. Okay, because I didn't even know the solar panel was removed. And there is no one that is on the camera. And this is it. This is the reason why I have a door camera. This is the reason why I put cameras in my house, to see exactly what is happening. Because the 2012, my house was broken in, and that is when documents, data of my parents and my information was accessed, and I put more prevention. And you are a guest in my house, and you basically, it's yours, because I said I don't want it. I said don't put it in here, don't put it in my house. But you still wanted to do that, and that you could rip that solar panel out, and didn't even say, listen, you said you didn't want the solar panel, so I'm taking the solar panel. Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, learn something. Life is full of surprises, and you will never and this is what I was also, because the conversation comes up, and everybody was just so surprised, because everybody know I'm always just so open. I mean, I was, Thursday evening, I really got so it's not emotional. It's just a form of disrespect that I've never ever had. And I've always said to people, don't come to me with discrimination. Do not come to me with discrimination. Okay? Because no one is better there. And even if your colors are 2, 3 shades higher than mine, you are not better than I am. And if you choose to be with a white person, then you should have asked a white person to stay at their place. But I think that this was so disrespectful, and that you leave an accident-prone area so that I could have lost my life. What? Because it's, ladies and gentlemen, look at the picture. It is really in front of that the internet box, and we needed to go to the internet box. Wow. Really? I really, really sat and thought about it. And all my friends, they just, because ladies and gentlemen, I even asked my friends not to come because I'm having guests over. I don't want them to be uncomfortable. Okay? I really, like close off my house to my friends. And I would go and see my friends just to make my guests comfortable. And you take the solar panel, because I remember I said, all the rest of the things I've paid you back. I said, I will pay you for the solar panel. And you came back in my house on the false pretense because you wanted to be somewhere else. And that's okay, because I told you, whenever you find another place, let me know. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I change up my house. Even when my family comes, my family used to come often from America before 9/11, and I always change up my house. And I said, you're free to go when you want. I said, let me know. Okay? And this is it, ladies and gentlemen, because I remember I said to my partner, I don't think I want any more relationships. And I think the reason why also is that I've known my ex-partner for so long, and we have been, good friends, and we're both only children. So we understand each other. And a Capricorn, and go and find out who is a Capricorn like to be, they're always analyzing things, okay? And a Capricorn will be in their own quiet self. And Capricorns, are always have relationship with people who understands them, that understand that they don't talk all the time. They're always busy with their own things. And I think if you have ever been with someone who is an only child, then you recognize that we always full our time. We don't need people to be always there, or we don't need the full attention of someone always there, because we're always so busy, so we full our time. And I thought I'd never find someone else who is an only child who understands that we, as only child, we grew up to find ourselves, to find, be busy with something, but also that your partner understand that it has nothing to do with your partner. It is just that an only child is always busy. They fill their time up, okay? And I said to my ex-partner, I said, no. I said, this is it for me. I don't, I really don't want to have another relationship, because I don't think another person would have understand who I am. And and we're like good friends. It's like the brother I never had, honestly. And the thing about it is that we were friends, and then we kind of grew out each other, because I went to America because I had to resolve my whatever, my parents. I recognize that my parents and so I was out for 3 years, and then we came back, and I supported him with his father being sick, but he's always my best friend. He's like my brother, who I never had a brother. I don't have brothers and sister. And like that person, we understand each other because we're both an only child. And it is so hard for people who are only children, because people don't understand us, basically. And that's my best friend, but I also have a cousin that is just so close. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is just this for my family also. They're like, oh my God, you never do anyone anything, like all of this that is happening with your child missing and that sort of a thing. You're always quiet. Because I remember I went back to America, and I was staying with my cousin, 2017. And then I got my home place at the end of the year. And my cousin said, oh my God, you're so quiet. You have not changed. And I remember I grew up, that, she and I are very close, because I remember she was the one who says, your mom came, and then you were born the next day. So I'm very close to her. And she said, oh my God, you haven't changed. You're still a quiet person. And I would just be there, and I'm just on my computer, or I go to work, and I come home and whatever, and I haven't like seen my cousin since I'm in adulthood. But what I want to say to a lot of you empath out there, um, a lot of you star seeds, and a lot of you humanitarian, this is what we're here to do. You will have these situations. Don't give up faith in people. All you have to understand is that you make other decisions. Okay, let people figure out their own way. Okay, because you're going to be doing something, and then you're going to be, don't regret anything you do. Anything you do, you need to understand you were meant to do this. You were meant to be on that person part at that time. You sign a contract, because that was what even I was saying. I went to America, and I wasn't planning on coming back. And then I remember 2019, if you guys go and look at the reading, I remember saying that there is going to be coming a disease, and it's on YouTube, because it's still on YouTube. And I remember I came back, because I also got a death threat on my car in Florida. And that this is as if whatever and however this is, it has something to do with the missing of my son. And I know that people were played to arrest me. Okay. And this is one of the times that I'm recognizing you cannot work with electricity and you leave raw electric cords. It's not electric cord that is coming from out of the hurt under the floor, and you remove the thing that it's connected in. And you never said to me that there's live wire, live electric in it. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up. Let it go, ladies and gentlemen. But this is not a coincidence. Things like that is not coincident. Any normal electrician know that they need, if they are closing off or taking off a panel where these, because all the four, because it's a dick thing, and all four different colors are in it, and it's connected to a panel on the wall, that you are disconnecting that panel on the wall. You need to heal it and seal it off. So if you leave it like that, you're expecting an accident to happen. People are not dumb. You cannot be working with electricity and then leave raw ground. This is coming out from under the ground, because everything in Holland, run under the ground and goes in your meterkas. That's what we name it. And then they will put a panel. There's different type of panels because you have to like have different sort of group in your home. And that you did not protect that. If you knew how to set it up with that panel, wouldn't you know that that is raw energy that is running through my house? What if an electric, and this is it, ladies and gentlemen, whenever you see that someone decided, because this person was like screwing boxes and this and taking this, and I'm like, no, 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 Speedy Gonzalez, you're up to something. Okay. And I remember, this person was like texting and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, something is about to hit the fan. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to teach you something. The day before, I constantly say 3 times 5. That's 555. Ladies and gentlemen, whenever you're seeing this 555, every time you're seeing 555, expect that a big change is like a tower moment. Something unexpected is going to be happening. And I've been seeing it, and I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is going to happen? And when I saw that man began to pack everything, and I remember he says to me, Ari, I was so upset. I because of what he said about the monkey and you're like a fishmonger or whatever. And I really read this person as Psalms. I really, really read this person as Psalms. I think it was so disrespectful, but this man knew what he did Friday night and leave the panel. There's no one else that comes in my house and no one else that knows how to remove that. And if you are going to be removing an electricity pan, whether it's a group or whatever, out of my meterkas, as the owner of my house, you should advise me that you're going to remove it. Because in the first place, I told you I didn't want any solar panel. And you should listen to me, because a lot of people do not listen. A lot of men don't want to hear. Once they have an idea in their head, that is their idea and that is what they're going to do. But it nearly cost me the detriment of my life. Ladies and gentlemen, this was not something that randomly happened. I don't believe in that. Because if you are anyone that works in the bow or that sort of a thing, you need to put clips on those if they leave loss and hope it, even as dumb as I am. Okay, that was definitely and right, ladies and gentlemen, because this is where the internet cast is, and this was where the solar panel cast is. So you need to put or tape that thing on the wall there, because the solar panel was here and the electric with the different groups are here and the internet panel is here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a Capricorn. I analyze everything. And even if I was the one that was removing the panel, I would have and ladies and gentlemen, there's no, because I am here like 24/7 and I'm trying to remember, did I go anywhere? And I remember that his son and his girlfriend was here for a week and the solar panel was still doing it. Because I remember once we came and I saw a red light and I opened the cast and I look at it and ladies and gentlemen, this is so disrespectful. I could have lost my life. I could have not been here sitting talking to you. And this is the reason I always say to you guys, I have no secrets. I can tell you what is going on in my life. And I think this is the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And you can say that you forget to do it, but you did it. You did it out of arrogance because I made a decision and I say no. Ladies and gentlemen, when you start saying no to people, that is when you're the most ugliest person ever. That is when you become the monkey. That is when you become the fishmonger. That is just toxic. That is toxic behaviors. Okay, that is degrading a person because they say no. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to understand, as adults, we need to recognize within ourselves that not every time everything is going to be a yes. Okay? And because I said no, I can't deal with it for whatever the reason. I have a child that is missing. I have no time to think. I have no time. His aunt called me like every week. She calls me tonight and I couldn't go to sleep. Okay? I am asking the Dutch government, the FBI, to investigate this case. There is something else that is going on. I could have lost my life today. If I was alone at home, I could have lost my life. And maybe someone is out there thinking, but no, ladies and gentlemen, if it was one little wire, it's okay. But it is a big thing with 4 wires sprouting out of it. And it comes out of the ground. It's grounded on the ground. And there's a lot of time. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I remember the meter. I remember my oven, because I remember my oven was doing properly until when they came. We were cleaning the oven they sprayed the oven and whatever. The oven stopped working. And there's thousands of things that I can say that just went bad in my house after 20 years. That was normal before everything started happening, and it's okay. It's my cost, but it's my guess. But by leaving raw electric wire in my house, that's where I draw the line. I think this was the most unethical behavior ever. So when you're going to be making videos and saying you should listen to this, to how she's behaving, yes, and whatever, you can call me crazy, but one thing, what you have done could have cost me my life. And being so disrespectful, okay, because brown women, and you're behaving as an Antillian and you're behaving as a fishmonger. I would prefer to be an Antillian. I would prefer to be a fishmonger because I'm a good person. And it doesn't really matter. I don't need to wear designer clothes to be a person. I can go to H&M. I can go to Mango. I can go to Zara. I can go to the Crown Fort. Okay? Clothes, what you drive, doesn't make you a better person. It's who you are as a person. It's how you treat another human being that makes you a person. So remember that. Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't done one of these in a very long time. And I want someone out there I hope that someone out there who has gone through this and is feeling hurt and is feeling so much pain because the disrespectful of another person, you need to understand that you have to understand who you are and let no one diminish who you are and your characteristic, no matter what color you are. If you decided that you wanted white, you should have not wanted to live in my house and not wanted to inherit what I have. Namaste.